Once upon a time, in the heart of a city whose alleys smelled of warm bread and fresh herbs, an Iranian chef stood behind the wooden table of his kitchen. In front of him was a bowl of Olivier salad, a salad with Russian roots that had traveled long ago from the cold northern lands and settled comfortably in Iranian homes. The chef said to himself, "Olivier knows how to travel, so why shouldn't I give it a new form?" First of all, he took 2 chicken breasts, simple and unassuming. He placed them in a pot with a bit of salt and set it over a gentle flame. As the steam began to rise, the chef stood and listened. It was as if the soft bubbling of the water was the opening line of a new story. When the chicken was cooked, he took it out and let it cool slightly. Then, patiently, he began to chop it, piece by piece, carefully, without haste. Each cut seemed to shape a new idea in his mind. He knew these chicken breasts were not meant merely to satisfy hunger. They were meant to become the foundation of a cake no one yet knew by name. The knife tapped against the cutting board, and the chef smiled. The story was beginning to take form. The chef picked up a bunch of green onions and carefully began chopping them. The knife glided smoothly over the green stalks, and the sharp, fresh scent of the onions filled the entire kitchen. Each cut felt like a small note in the symphony of his cooking, and with every piece, his mind drew closer to the final image of the cold chicken cake. He smiled faintly and thought, "This simple green will give the dish a fresh spirit, and each bite will tell a little story." The chopped green onions were placed next to the shredded chicken, ready to become the next chapter in this delicious tale. It was time for the pickles. The chef took them out of the jar and skillfully chopped them one by one. The crisp sound of the pickles on the cutting board created a rhythm different from the onions and chicken, a lively, cheerful beat that filled the kitchen with a sense of freshness. Their slightly tangy aroma mingled with the scent of herbs and chicken, forming a delightful combination that sparked new ideas in the chef's mind. Each small piece was like a puzzle piece, destined to come together with the other ingredients to create a cake that was not only delicious, but also carried a story of journey and inspiration. The chef decided to add some walnuts to this delicious dish. He placed his hands over the raw walnuts and carefully began chopping them. The sound of the walnuts breaking under the knife created a soft, pleasant rhythm in the kitchen, and their nutty aroma filled the small space. Each small piece of walnut was like a jewel, destined to shine in the heart of the cold chicken cake, adding both flavor and a fresh texture to every bite. The chef smiled and thought, "It's these simple details that can turn a dish into a delicious and unforgettable story." Now it was time for the toast. The chef took a few slices of bread and placed them on the cutting board. He picked up his knife and carefully began cutting the bread into circles. Each slice fell softly and neatly onto the board, and the aroma of fresh bread filled the kitchen. The circles of bread were like blank canvases, ready to be painted. Each one was destined to become a layer of the cold chicken cake, adding fresh flavor and texture to the dish. The chef smiled and thought, "This simple shape can make the table elegant and the dish special." Now it was time to mix the cake ingredients. The chef poured all the shredded chicken, fresh green onions, chopped parsley, crisp pickles, and chopped walnuts into a large bowl. He raised his hands and began gently stirring them, as if each movement was telling a story of flavors and textures. Then he added the creamy mixture of yogurt and mayonnaise to the bowl and carefully folded everything together until it became smooth and uniform. The colors and aromas of the ingredients blended perfectly, and the chef smiled as he looked at the result. He knew this mixture would be the heart of the cold chicken cake, and every bite would tell a delicious story to anyone who tasted it. Now it was time to assemble the layers. The chef placed the circular slices of toast on a flat tray and carefully spread the chicken and vegetable mixture over them, ensuring each layer was fully covered and even. He added the next layer of circular bread and again spread a layer of the delicious mixture on top, building several soft, colorful layers. When he finished, the cold chicken cake was ready to rest in the refrigerator, allowing the flavors to meld together. The chef looked at the cake with calm satisfaction and thought, "Patience is the secret of every delicious dish." Each layer has its own story, and when they all come together, they create an extraordinary tale. The chef took a small bowl and mixed the yogurt and mayonnaise together until he had a smooth, uniform sauce. Then, with a spoon, he gently spread the sauce over the surface of the cold chicken cake, making sure every corner and edge was covered and the top looked smooth and velvety. His movements were calm and confident, as if with each stroke he was placing a layer of care and love into the dish. When he finished, the cake was not only ready to serve, but with its even white surface, it also caught the eye. The chef smiled and thought to himself, "Now every bite has both flavor and beauty. A delicious dish tells its story through its appearance as well." The chef decided to decorate the cold chicken cake in a festive way. He mixed cream cheese with a bit of mayonnaise and yogurt to create a smooth, soft sauce and gently spread it over the surface of the cake. The cake's top now looked like a blank canvas ready to be painted. He carefully arranged thinly sliced radishes like small flowers, scattered corn kernels like golden suns, and sprinkled finely chopped carrots for color and beauty. Every movement carried delicacy and joy. The cake was no longer just a simple dish. It had transformed into a bright and charming birthday-like cake that would make anyone smile at first sight. The chef stepped back and looked at his creation, his heart filled with satisfaction, thinking, "Sometimes a simple dish with a little creativity can bring joy to hearts and create a little celebration right in the kitchen." The cold chicken cake was finally ready. The chef stood for a moment and looked at it. Each layer, each decoration, every color and texture was like a page of a delicious story now complete. He picked up a spoon and knife and carefully cut a piece of the cake. Its fresh, colorful aroma filled the room. When he tasted the first bite, a smile of satisfaction spread across his face. The flavors danced together in his mouth, offering a combination of creaminess, crunch, and freshness. For more stories from different countries, be sure to subscribe to the Sepi Food channel and check out the rest of our posts. Love you all.